Section 11 of Tales of King Arthur and the Round Table. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Deon Gines, Salt Lake City, Utah. Tales of King Arthur and the Round Table by Andrew Lang. How Sir Lancelot saw a vision and repented of his sins. He halted when he came to a stone cross, which had by it a block of marble, while nigh at hand stood an old chapel. He tied his horse to a tree, and hung his shield on a branch, and looked into the chapel, for the door was waste and broken. And he saw there a fair altar covered with a silken cloth, and a candlestick which had 6 branches, all of shining silver. A great light streamed from it, and at this sight Sir Lancelot would fain have entered in, but he could not. So he turned back sorrowful and dismayed, and took the saddle and bridle off his horse, and let him pasture where he would, while he himself unlaced his helm, and ungirded his sword, and lay down to sleep upon his shield at the foot of the cross. As he lay there, half waking and half sleeping, he saw 2 white palfreys come by, drawing a litter, wherein lay a sick knight. When they reached the cross they paused, and Sir Lancelot heard the knight say, "O sweet Lord, when shall this sorrow leave me, and when shall the holy vessel come by me through which I shall be blessed? For I have endured long, though my ill deeds were few." Thus he spoke, and Sir Lancelot heard it, and of a sudden the great candlestick stood before the cross, though no man had brought it. And with it was a table of silver, and the holy vessel of the GRAAL, which Lancelot had seen aforetime. Then the knight rose up, and on his hands and knees he approached the holy vessel, and prayed, and was made whole of his sickness. After that the GRAAL went back into the chapel, and the light and the candlestick also, and Sir Lancelot would fain have followed, but could not, so heavy was the weight of his sins upon him. And the sick knight arose and kissed the cross, and saw Sir Lancelot lying at the foot with his eyes shut. "I marvel greatly at this sleeping knight," he said to his squire, "that he had no power to wake when the holy vessel was brought hither." "I dare right well say," answered the squire, "that he dwelleth in some deadly sin, whereof he was never confessed." "By my faith," said the knight, "he is unhappy, whoever he is, for he is of the fellowship of the Round Table, which have undertaken the quest of the GRAAL." "Sir," replied the squire, "you have all your arms here, save only your sword and your helm. Take therefore those of this strange knight, who has just put them off." And the knight did as his squire said, and took Sir Lancelot's horse also, for it was better than his own. After they had gone, Sir Lancelot waked up wholly, and thought of what he had seen, wondering if he were in a dream or not. Suddenly a voice spoke to him, and it said, "Sir Lancelot, more hard than is the stone, more bitter than is the wood, more naked and barren than is the leaf of the fig tree, art thou. Therefore go from hence, and withdraw thee from this holy place." When Sir Lancelot heard this, his heart was passing heavy, and he wept, cursing the day when he had been born. But his helm and sword had gone from the spot where he had lain them at the foot of the cross, and his horse was gone also. And he smote himself and cried, "My sin and my wickedness have done me this dishonour, for when I sought worldly adventures I ever achieved them, and had the better in every place, and never was I discomfited in any quarrel, were it right or wrong. But now I take upon me the adventures of holy things. I see and understand that my old sin hinders me, so that I could not move or speak when the holy GRAAL passed by." Thus he sorrowed till it was day, and he heard the birds sing, and at that he felt comforted. And as his horse was gone also, he departed on foot with a heavy heart. End of Section 11.